Welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. I'm in Shinjuku, and right before noon, I'm wearing the sub still on the Jubilee bracelet. And behind me are some used watch shops. Let's check out what they have.
Maybe more discount. We also have English-speaking staff in your service. We hope to make your shopping.
First piece is a Box and Papers 36mm Explorer. This is a D serial from 2005 or 2006, kind of on the expensive side. Right next to it, a 34mm Red Grape Oyster Perpetual. Again, this is Box and Papers as well. This watch retails for 534,000 yen, so it's only about 100 USD savings here. This shop was a little bit expensive. It's not a watch specialty store, it's just like a used shop, and they had a few watches. Here's a Mark I Yacht-Master 2. You can tell because the 12 indices is not a triangle and the hands are different. That differentiates it from the Mark II, which you can see right here beside it. It's expensive. It's got an obscure complication, a 10-minute countdown timer, so it's not a very popular watch, and you'll hear rumors of it being discontinued. I don't think it ever will be as long as Rolex is sponsoring regattas. Here's a 36mm two-tone Datejust with a champagne dial. Looks like it's got an acrylic crystal with some scratching. Looks like it needs a polish. It's just watch only, no box, no papers, less than $5,000. It's kind of a grandfather watch, but as far as Rolexes go, this is probably one of the cheaper ones. Box and Papers two-tone diamond dial Daytona. When you're talking certain Rolexes, diamond dials two-tone, price-wise, is a liability. We'll see that later on in the video. To its right, a Box and Papers Oyster braceleted BL&R. That's a pretty outrageous price. You know, this is not a specialty shop when it comes to Rolex watches. When in doubt, price the hell out of it. Same philosophy here. This is a Box and Papers M serial bluesy from 2007-2008. And this is about 2,000 to 3,000 USD more than we've seen it before in Japan. Like right here, this footage comes from Nakano, you might remember it, and these are Box and Papers pieces as well. They're a little older though, they would have lug holes, and the M serial might have the blue parachrome spring, but you could see that some of those pieces were 2,000 to 3,000 USD less. Right in front, a solid yellow gold diamond dial Daytona. Looks like no box, no papers, and this would have the zenith movement. To its left, a solid yellow gold diamond dial day date. I'm pretty sure the 18038 is the non-quickset day date. And a no box but papers steel Daytona. This is what kind of price a Daytona fetches if you don't muck it up with diamonds and gold. Actually, I think this is a bit expensive considering the condition. I think you could find it here in Japan for a couple thousand cheaper. That's a pre-ceramic tritium dial date Submariner. Interesting compared to mine, so similar yet so different. Right next to it, a black dialed Explorer 2. It's got a tritium dial. It's a T serial. Came out in 1996, just like this no date sub I'm wearing. Came out the same year. They've overpriced this Explorer 2 by 2,000 USD, if not more. To its right, a 34mm Air King from 1999. They also had some Omegas, some Speedmasters. The only one I'm really familiar with is just the 42mm Professional in the middle. This is probably the first time I've ever tried on an Omega Speedmaster. From the clasp side, I like it. From this side, it's a little big, 42mm. I think 36 to 40 is my sweet spot. I could probably get away with it. This particular example looks like it's got some hairline scratches on the crystal and pretty much all over the watch as well. No box, no papers. Could probably find it for a little bit less. So I wasn't really tempted, but it was kind of nice winding it. That was nice, and just kind of playing with the function. It's a nice watch. I kind of prefer the reduced in a way. And here's the two-tone bluesy. Now again, this is an M serial, so it would be 2007, 2008. relatively recent watch. It's possible that it's an unpolished piece. It certainly looks like it needs a polish, and that's kind of, I think, one of the drawbacks of a gold watch. It's a soft metal, and it really picks up the scratches. This certainly has a lot of scratches. So if I did get this watch, I think I would want it serviced at RSC, and it would need a polish. But for the kind of money they're asking for it, just don't think it's worth it. Plus, I love my lug holes. Two-tone Rolexes are just such a different animal compared to their steel counterparts, and it just projects something completely different. I love the dial, I love the bezel. The gold in it, not so much. And that'll do it for this shop. Now, as far as the shops that I went to, this particular shop was the least impressive. Not a great selection. The pieces were kind of beat up, and the prices were kind of outrageous, but we'll see some better things. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to give this video a like, and throw a comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.